London? It's great to see so many of you here. And also welcome to everyone watching us around the world. Wherever you are, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us. I can see a few familiar faces here today, as well as a lot of new ones. We usually engage with our community online, so it's so nice to be able to see so many of you here in person. We're really excited today because we're launching not just one, but 2 new products. That's right. Today, we have 2 new products for you. The title of this event is The Speed You Need. That's because we believe that the pursuit of the ultimate speed is what all new technology should strive for. Your device should be able to deliver whatever you need, whenever you need it, and it should do so as swiftly and smoothly as one thought flows into another. With that in mind, let's begin. Okay, so first things first, what's been happening with us? 2017 was a very significant year for OnePlus. We launched the OnePlus 5, which was incredibly well received. At its peak, we were selling over 7,000 OnePlus 5s per minute globally. In India, the OnePlus 5 was the best-selling premium smartphone on Amazon within the first month of its launch. It became our most successful product ever. That is, until later in the year, when we launched the 5T. Although multi-million-dollar marketing campaigns have their uses for some companies, at OnePlus, we take a different approach. For us, it's about 2 things. Obviously, one is about having a great product, and the other is word of mouth. Whether you would recommend our products to your friends and family. This was the original idea behind OnePlus, and it's still the same idea now. In fact, it's even reflected in the name OnePlus, where the 1 is the product, and the plus, the word of mouth, the sharing. OnePlus means a good product shared among friends. As an example of word of mouth, this year PC Mag ran a Reader's Choice survey, where they asked their readers which smartphones they would recommend to friends and family. And the result? OnePlus was voted the most beloved smartphone brand of the year, earning a satisfaction rating of 9.4. We're extremely proud of these figures because they validate our belief that as long as we focus on creating good products, we'll get good word of mouth, and the rest will take care of itself. We've evolved a good deal in the past 4 years. Our mission is to share the best technology with as many people as possible, and over the years, we've found more and more partners that support that mission. And here they are. I wanted to take a moment to thank them for all that we've achieved together. Take one example. In Finland, we partnered with Elisa, the country's biggest mobile operator. Together, we made OnePlus their top-selling smartphone every single month for the past 17 months. What's the secret? There's no mystery to it. The key lies in focus. OnePlus's only focus is in creating the best flagship phones, and we're the only brand to exclusively use Qualcomm's 800 series flagship processors, for which we also have one of the highest shipment volumes of globally. Okay, so now let's look ahead and launch the first new product of today. At OnePlus, we've always believed that you shouldn't simply jump on trends. We have a rule, that we will only create products if we can do better than what's out there, because that's the expectation that people have on us. And this is the reason why we haven't offered you a wireless audio product yet. We spent the last 2 years prototyping different wireless earphones, but we've never really been satisfied to release any of them until now. Now, we think that we finally have something that's worth bringing to the world. So now I'm proud to introduce our first new product of today, Bullets Wireless. You like what you see? If they are well designed, you don't think about a pair of earphones when you're wearing them. The light aluminum shells that we use for the Bullets Wireless that are just the precise weight make them heavy enough to ensure a secure, ergonomic fit without causing discomfort. A stretch-resistant wire connects the bullets, and the battery part, it rests on your neck. They're enabled with Google Assistant, which works really well in a wireless experience. Typing a shopping list, reading the news. Tell me a joke.
What did the marlin say to the swordfish? You're looking sharp.
And now for the really cool part. They're magnetic. When you put them together, they power off. To switch them on, you just separate them. There's also a magnetic resume feature, which means that when you separate them, not only do they turn on, they also continue playing your music exactly where you left off. And you can also answer calls using this feature. Just separate the earphones to answer the call. These features are also backwards compatible with OnePlus 5 and newer devices. And one of the biggest frustrations that we had with wireless earphones is that they run out of battery too quickly. And have you ever noticed how it always seems to happen when we need them the most? And slow charge speeds only make the problem worse. So we've solved this by bringing one of our most loved smartphone features to the Bullets Wireless. Some of you might have guessed it, fast charging. With the Bullets Wireless, you'll only have to charge them for 10 minutes to get up to 5 hours of listening time. Charge them for 10 minutes and use them for up to 5 hours. 10 minutes gives you 5 hours. And the fact that they automatically power off as soon as you put them together means they never end up using power needlessly. And because the fast charge functionality is fully embedded in the earphones, you can charge them with any standard USB Type-C cable. Pretty amazing, right? By doing this, we've solved one of the biggest pain points when it comes to wireless earphones. And now, let's talk about sound. As well as featuring aptX for improved audio quality, each earphone is also fitted with an energy tube. With regular earphones, the sound waves coming from the sound unit bounce around in all directions, causing distortion. The energy tube, however, absorbs those interfering sound waves, meaning that only the sound waves that are traveling in the direction we want them to travel reaches you. And this is what gives you a clearer reproduction. Of course, sound can also be quite subjective, and earphones usually come sealed in a box, so it's really not easy to test a pair. And because we wanted to give you a sense of the Bullets wireless experience, we asked a few musicians and producers to try them out in a blind test. So let's check it out.
They feel okay. Feel cool, soft.
I would say like a little thin.
I wouldn't mind a little more treble up there, like the higher.
It sounds clear, it sounds balanced. Not a lot of power.
Mostly like the top range.
I don't know, I feel like I'm not being surrounded by the sound.
I need my cranium vibrating.
I would say that these would be like, you know, kind of entry level.
Ooh. They swallow up the whole ear. I can hear the bass now.
I'm getting all the warm mids and the bass.
That's it.
And everything feels warm. Everything feels good.
Yes, I hear the treble so well. And then that bass isn't distorting.
I like these a lot more than the first pair.
These are lighter than the ones I was just listening to.
But these feel like, you know, when the doctor like looks in your ears.
But the sound is a little thinner than the first or the second one.
The lows are beastly.
But the clarity on these is nice. It's just not giving you the power.
Like chunky bass and kind of dominating lower mids. Oh, I'm looking over there.
Are these the ones that I liked?
Yeah, wow.
Oh, this is nice.
And the fact that they just look like normal earbuds is crazy to me. Okay, Google, find me these.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't heard about them until today, but they should take over.
Compliments to the chef.
The boom bap is right here.
We think we finally created a product that meets our standards. Bullets wireless. A secure and comfortable design, magnetic control, fast charging, and exceptional sound quality. Now, for the price. We're pleased to say that the Bullets wireless will retail at £69, 69 euros. They'll be available starting June 5th. But just one thing though, I wonder, if you can connect your earphones using Bluetooth, you don't need a headphone jack anymore, do you? We'll get to that later. So, that's the Bullets wireless. Okay, now, it's time for the second new product of today. We're going to start by showing you all the specs in 1 minute, just to get them out of the way. We do this because for us, a product is much more than just the specs. It's about how every piece of hardware and software works together to create an experience that's greater than the sum of its parts. And that's what really excites us. But let's get ready for the specs. This is one of the most impressive spec sheets you're going to see this year. And there's quite a few things worth calling out here. The OnePlus 6 comes with the latest Snapdragon 845 processor and the Adreno 630 GPU. It comes with up to 8 GB of RAM and up to 256 GB of storage. On the networking front, it now supports 4x4 MIMO and dual SIM. The screen, it's 6.28 inches. And the camera now has both OIS and EIS. We heard you loud and clear on the OIS part. 15 and 20 megapixel dual cameras, both with apertures of f1.7. The phone is also water resistant to daily risks of splashes and weather. And yes, there's still a headphone jack. Okay, so those are the specs. And now, this is the OnePlus 6. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? With the OnePlus 6, we focused on one thing above all else: speed. And the result? This is the fastest flagship experience OnePlus has ever created. So let's take a closer look. As you can see, the front is almost all screen. The OnePlus 6 features our largest display yet at 6.28 inches. The phone itself is almost the exact same size as our previous phones, and it remains just as easy to hold and to use. We haven't made the phone larger, we've just given you more screen. Also, the navigation bar can now be replaced with gesture control, freeing up even more space for an even cleaner look. Simply swipe up in the middle of the screen for home, or swipe up to the left or the right for back. All the features you love, like the front-facing camera, the earpiece, the ambient light sensor, the notifications LED, they're still all there. The volume rocker and a SIM tray are on the left, and on the right, over the power button, and above it, the alert slider. In display terms, our goal with the OnePlus 6 was to offer you as much screen as possible without compromising any of the tech you love. And now to the design, which this time has involved some of our boldest and most ambitious work to date. The result represents a balance between simplicity, comfort, and quality. There's a simplicity to this design. It's clean and uncluttered, giving you as much screen as possible. The camera sits in the middle of the device for perfect symmetry. To ensure it's as comfortable to hold as possible, it has smoothly rounded corners and a gently curved back. And as for quality, the immaculate craftsmanship of the glass build adds elegance and smoothness to the design. So let's check it out.
We started by examining the properties of glass. What makes glass unique, pristine, desirable? We dialed in the precise combination of steps needed to create individual sheets of glass. Each sheet takes 40 steps from start to finish to meet the highest standard for strength, clarity, and beauty. We designed a special process to fit multi-layered film underneath the glass. This film, just 1 micrometer thick, is imbued with stunning textures and finished with 6 layers of anti-glare coating. We then complete the process by applying a gentle curve to the edge of the glass, which not only increases durability, but also creates a 3-dimensional effect that accentuates our signature horizon line, a
You may be wondering why we've chosen to use glass this time. Well, on a practical level, glass has certain advantages over metal. It allows for better transmission of radio waves, so you get the best signal possible. And it's also much more malleable, allowing us to invent new ways to design and process it. We think ceramic phones are beautiful, and in 2015, we created one of the first ceramic phones in the world as a limited edition of the OnePlus X. However, there are downsides to using ceramic. It's heavier and it's more fragile, which is not an ideal combination for a phone. But with glass, we were able to replicate the look and feel of ceramic, but without its downsides. So this is the Mirror Black, offering a mirror sheen and a smooth touch that will feel familiar to anyone who's ever held a ceramic phone. But you may be thinking, doesn't using glass suggest that the phone will be extremely fragile? The glass that we use is Corning Gorilla Glass 5, which essentially gives your phone an armor. Our testing shows that the OnePlus 6 is just as resilient to being dropped as any of our previous phones. Okay, so that's the Mirror Black OnePlus 6. And now, other variants. Along with the Mirror Black, we're also releasing the Midnight Black and the Silk White. These variants are about much more than just color. They're also about finish and texture. So this is the Midnight Black version, and I'm quite excited about this because a lot of people I've shown it to didn't even realize it was made out of glass. It has a matte finish that you would normally associate with a metal phone. And we've achieved this by using corrosion on the surface of the glass to make countless tiny holes. It was a challenge because if the corrosion is too light, the matte effect is lost. If it's too heavy, the glass becomes too fragile. But we got the balance right. We've also added a little secret element to this design. When light is reflected on the phone at certain angles, an S shape is created on the back. And in addition to the Midnight Black, in 3 weeks' time, we're also releasing the limited edition Silk White. The Silk White will also have a matte finish, but with an edge of rose gold. We've also added crushed pearl to the mix to catch the light and create a slight shimmering effect. It replicates not just the beauty, but also the smooth texture that made our first product, the OnePlus One, so celebrated. Precisely polished to create a restrained elegance in both look and feel. As I said earlier, 3 principles guided us through the design of the OnePlus 6. Simplicity, comfort, and quality. We did a lot of experimenting and innovating with glass to deliver what we believe is our boldest design work to date. And as with any OnePlus device, the OnePlus 6 is beautiful and functional in equal measure. Now, let's talk about speed. It's easy to think of speed as just another spec. But why do we continue to invest so much energy into optimizing it? Lack of speed is actually one of the biggest pain points people have with their smartphones. A lot of smartphones, they start off fast, but become lagging after a while. OnePlus has a reputation of being the exception to this rule. In fact, some of our users have told us that they're still using a OnePlus One because it hasn't slowed down. We want your phone to always feel as fast and smooth as the day you unboxed it. So to achieve this means both hardware and software being optimized towards this goal. So what I want to do now is take a closer look at how we make things faster and smoother, and what that will mean to you. So first, let's talk about the hardware. At the heart of the OnePlus 6 is the Snapdragon 845 processor. This time, it's got up to 30% faster processing and graphics performance, while also being 10% more power efficient. It provides faster network connectivity than ever before, upgraded from 2x2 MIMO to 4x4 MIMO to give you a speed of up to 1 gigabit per second. The OnePlus 6 also comes with up to 8 gigabytes of RAM and up to 256 gigabytes of UFS 2.1 storage, the most we've ever offered. And of course, there's one of our most popular features, fast charging, giving you a day's power in just half an hour. OnePlus 6 also comes with Face Unlock, which takes only 0.4 seconds. You don't have to swipe. It takes you into the phone immediately. And people really love this feature when we launched it on the OnePlus 5T. And this is what our friend Lewis had to say about it.
I pointed towards you. Nada. Bam! It's a thing.
Thank you, Lewis. Now, let's talk about the software. Frequent software updates are really important to our users, and at OnePlus, we've always made them a priority. Some of you might already know, the OnePlus 6 is one of the first devices in the world to get the Android P developer preview. We're really proud of this, so for all you developers or enthusiasts who want to test drive what's coming to Android later this year, you can download it from our website in the next couple of days. It's easy to add a lot of features and decorations to Android, but that's not what creates a satisfying user experience in the long run. Our users often describe OnePlus as pure Android. I think what they're referring to here is the fact that Oxygen OS isn't cluttered up with pre-installed apps and instead offers you a fast and smooth experience. We have a dedicated team whose only job is to make your experience faster and smoother. So far, they've achieved over 200 optimizations. Many of them are so small that most of our users won't even notice them. We don't mind that, as long as they enjoy the final experience. But even so, I wanted to take a moment to give this team credit and showcase some of their recent work. For instance, burst processing for app launch, where we give the processor more power for a brief moment when you're launching an app, making that app launch as fast as possible. We also have caching for frequently used apps. This is achieved by the phone identifying the apps used the most and then preloading parts of their resources to the RAM. And finally, overdraw reduction. Overdraw is when an app unnecessarily draws the same pixel multiple times within a single frame of rendering. We've solved this problem by now only drawing the layers on the page that are visible to the user. These are some of the things that we've done to give you a faster and smoother experience. However, it's not just about how your phone performs now. We really care about how it's going to perform in the long run. For that reason, we put our phones through extremely intensive testing. In fact, our tests on the OnePlus 3 haven't stopped. It's been over 700 days of constant opening and switching between 100 different apps to simulate the equivalent of 6 to 8 years of consumer usage. So far, the error rate has been less than 0.015%. With mobile gaming becoming more popular, especially with graphic-intensive games like PUBG, it was crucial for us to nail the performance of these games on the OnePlus 6. When you're playing a competitive game online against others, every fraction of a second counts. And that's why we developed gaming mode. Previously, gaming mode gave you the option of blocking notifications when you were in a game. This time, we've gone further. Now, games will launch faster, while data and processing power for the game you are playing is prioritized. It does so by automatically limiting all background processes instead of having them use up any of that CPU or network power that you need. We don't want you getting wiped out because your device isn't up to the job. I often play PUBG with gaming mode on in hopes of improving my chances for that chicken dinner. As I said before, to achieve this level of speed means both hardware and software being optimized together to create the smoothest experience possible. For the OnePlus 6, this has meant not only the very best hardware, but tireless enhancements to the software. The result, we believe, truly realizes these two keywords: fast and smooth. Now, let's look at the camera. Camera is one of the most used features on a smartphone, and it has always been an important focus area for us. There's a few things in particular that I want to call out. First, the issue of taking pictures in low light conditions. With OIS, if the camera moves, it physically moves the lenses to compensate for that movement. That means it's especially effective at night, when the camera needs greater stability for better exposure. The OnePlus 6 main camera has 16 megapixels, which means it's capable of capturing a lot of detail. But going for that high pixel count can have negative effect on the camera's performance in low light. That's because increasing the pixel count over the same sensor area means reducing the size of the pixels themselves. And you need those larger pixels if you want to take good and detailed photos in dark environments. Our solution was to increase the size of the sensor by 19% to 1.22 microns, bringing more light into the sensor and therefore capturing more detail with less noise. Let's look at some of the photos taken with the OnePlus 6 to see what it can do. On this shot to the left, you can see a lot of detail in the cityscape. I really like this one with the neon lights. It makes you feel like you're almost there. So are you impressed? Okay, so that's what we've done to improve the low light image quality. Now, we come to portrait mode. And this has been a fan favorite ever since the launch with the OnePlus 5. And we've loved seeing the pictures you created using it. On the OnePlus 6, portrait mode is faster than ever before. Now, you no longer have to wait between taking a portrait and viewing it. In portrait mode, a secondary sensor allows the camera to calculate distance and therefore distinguish the foreground from the background. Being able to separate the two, portrait mode then drowns out background and focuses on just the subject. But cameras are as much about fun as they are about precision. So for that reason, we added a great new range of effects, like orbs, hearts, and stars, so you can add flair to your portraits too. A software update coming to the camera in a few weeks will also allow you to use portrait mode on the Selfie Camera as well. And sometimes when you want to show just how fast something is, you need to go slow. Which brings me to a new function of this camera and another one which you can have a lot of fun with: slow motion. Usually, with higher resolutions slow motion on smartphones, you only get something like 0.2 seconds to try and capture what you want. With the OnePlus 6, you can shoot for up to a minute, and later choose which specific section you want to have in slow motion. At 480 frames per second, OnePlus 6 is the only smartphone on the market that can shoot slow motion for this long at such a high frame rate. And here's an example of what it can do. There's also a new video editor, giving you more control than ever over your creations. For normal video, you can now crop, add filters, and background music. With OIS, great low-light performance, new portrait mode features, and slow motion, the OnePlus 6 camera is a camera that we're very excited about, and we look forward to seeing what you create using it. We've shown you a few sample shots from the OnePlus 6 today, and you can see more by checking out our Instagram account. And so people, that's the OnePlus 6. More effort has gone into devising, developing, and refining this phone than any previous model. It comes in 3 boldly designed variants that represent simplicity, comfort, and quality. It has state-of-the-art hardware performance and power efficiency, and software optimized to perform better than ever before. The camera is now equipped with OIS for improved low-light performance, new portrait mode features, and slow motion. All these elements come together to create what we believe a fast and smooth experience should be. The OnePlus 6 will be available in these 2 variants, the Mirror Black and Midnight Black, starting May 22nd. With the limited edition Silk White on June 5th. So what's it going to cost? We've taken a major step forward with this device. Does that mean a significant step up in price? From the beginning, our philosophy has always been about fair pricing, and this time it's no exception. We're proud to tell you that the OnePlus 6 will start at £469. And here are the prices for the full range. You can buy it online on OnePlus.com or via any of our partners. We're holding 26 pop-ups across the world where you'll be able to get the OnePlus 6 before anywhere else. And here are the details. For us, pop-ups are not just about selling phones. They're opportunities for us to celebrate a new product launch together with our community. So we really hope to see you at one of them. And lastly, we got a surprise for those of you who bought tickets to be here today. Do you want to know what it is? If you buy the OnePlus 6 from OnePlus.com, you will get free a pair of Bullets wireless. How's that? Thank you. Everyone at OnePlus has worked really hard for this launch. I want to thank the team for making it all possible, and also their families for their patience and support. I know a lot of you guys are watching right now, so thank you. I also want to thank our community for all the love and support over the past couple of years. I truly believe that after a year of development and carefully monitored feedback, now we nailed it for you. And the result of that journey now awaits you in the experience zone. We hope you love it. Thank you.